Hey everybody, this is Brajesh here. My dear friends, in my earlier video, I discussed the facts and background in the case of Shri Chaudhary Transport Company versus Income Tax Officer decided on 29 July 2020 by the Honorable Supreme Court. The link for that video is given here. You may watch that video by clicking the above link. Now, I shall be discussing with you what happened before CITA in this case, that is Civil Appeal number 7865/2009 in the case of Shri Chaudhary Transport Company versus Income Tax Officer decided on 29 July 2020 by Honorable Supreme Court on the issue of deduction of TDS on payment to transporter and related disallowance of expenses. Keep watching this video till end in order to understand the various important aspects of TDS on transport contract under the Income Tax Act. Aggrieved by the order of the AO, the assessee preferred an appeal before the CITA that was considered and dismissed on 15 January 2008. The CITA re-examined the record and rejected the contentions of the assessee that it had only received commission income and was not liable to deduct tax at source on payment made to the truck owners, and held that the assessee entered into a contract for transportation of goods, that is cement, Aditya Cement Limited. In order to honor the contract, the assessee hired various trucks all throughout the year for the purpose of transportation of cement. The assessee received freight charges from Aditya Cement Limited on which tax was deducted. The assessee paid freight charges to individual truck owners after transportation of goods. There was no nexus between the truck owners or operators and Aditya Cement Limited. How the assessee transported the goods, that is cement, was the exclusive domain of the assessee. Under such circumstances, the gross freight received by the assessee from Aditya Cement Limited represents gross income of the assessee firm. Since the assessee made payments to various truck owners or operators, such payments represent expenditure. That the payments to the truck owners or operators were made only after the goods were transported by them satisfactorily at the given destinations. In other words, there existed a contract or subcontract between the assessee firm and the transporters. Under such circumstances, the assessee was required to deduct tax at source on the payments made to truck drivers or owners within the meaning of the provisions of section 40 AIA read with section 194C of the Act, the CIT held. Under no circumstances it can be said that the assessee only received commission income and therefore provisions of section 194C are not applicable. In regard to the contention that the assessee was not required to deduct tax at source when no payment exceeded rupees 20,000, the CITA found the assessee had, for its convenience and to avoid the rigors of section 48(3) of the Act, choose to split the payments into two parts, but the entries of such split payments were available consecutively in the cash book. Thus, while not accepting such methodology, the CITA observed that even in the split payments, it was requirement of the assessee to deduct tax at the time of making final payment. The relevant observation of the CITA is that the assessee made payments in a manner according to which individual payment to the truck owners did not exceed rupees 20,000. The payment was splitted into two parts. However, the total amount paid to the truck owners for individual contract exceeded rupees 20,000. It is the argument of the assessee that since the individual payment did not exceed rupees 20,000, the provisions of section 194C are not applicable. CITA observed that both the entries are consecutive in the cash book, and it observed that the assessee, for its convenience and to avoid rigors of the provisions of section 40A(3), splitted the payment into two parts. Had the payment been made really in two parts, both the entries should not have been consecutive. It is also not understood as to why the truck owners, after completing the contract, would accept the amount in two parts, and why they would come to the office of the assessee twice for seeking the payment. The CITA observed, the theory of making payment in two parts is merely a story which is capable neither on the facts nor on practicability. CITA observed. It is also surprising to note that in none of the case the assessee made full payment to any truck owner all throughout the year exceeding rupees 20,000. CITA also examined in detail the question as to whether transport contracts were subject to deduction of tax at source, and with reference to clause C of explanation 3 of the section 194C of the Act, as also to the CBDT circular number 558 dated 28th March 1990 and 681 dated 8th March 1994, and held that the provisions of section 194C of the Act were applicable to the contracts of transportation of goods, and the assessee was required to deduct tax at source if the gross credited or paid or likely to be credited or paid exceeded the limit of rupees 20,000. Having found that the assessee's case was squarely covered within the provisions of section 194C of the Act, the CITA held that in view of the mandatory provisions of section 40A(IA) of the Act, the payments in question cannot be allowed as deduction while computing total. Thus, the CITA dismissed the appeal, holding that it is clear that assessee's case was squarely covered within the provisions of section 194C, and it was required to deduct tax at source while making payments to the truck owner. The provisions of section 40A(IA) are mandatorily to be complied with in the case a default, and the question of existence of any reasonable cause has got no meaning. CITA held that the assessee was required by the provisions of the Act to deduct tax on freight payment totaling to rupees 57,11,625. Since the assessee failed to deduct at source, the sum of rupees 57,11,625 was rightly disallowed by the AO, invoking the provisions of section 40A(IA) of the Act. The CITA held. What happened in this case before ITAT shall be discussed in my next video, the link for which is given here. Keep watching this video for more videos of your interest shortly. Stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.